What's going on, sneaker world? It is your boy Laced Ace 502, where I keep you laced from your feet to your face. You know I gotta just do it, and I'm here to talk to y'all about these cool gray shock drop 2021s that recently restocked. I don't really remember the exact date. The shipments were delayed. It got me all confused. It was a couple days before or maybe even a week. Oh yeah, it had to be at least a week before the Bordeaux ones. But I ended up getting my Bordeaux ones before I got these. So a lot of people were waiting long on these. But without further ado, got a 9.5 Nike Air on the box. Brand new box. More like the Jordan 10s and maybe some 11s. Jordan 11s. The recently retro. It's just a two-piece box, no slide out, black paper. I don't know what to call it. Black trash bags, whatever you want to call it. They got a green sticker inside of there. Boom. Yeah, but the official color is called medium gray, multi-color, multi. It's in a different language. Got some little barcodes there. Retail $225, $238 with tax, depending on where you're at. Icy blue bottoms, as you can see. Now I want to compare them to my 2010 pair, which I have next to me. On the 2010 pair, I'm gonna stack them up so we can see these. They're pretty yellow, but they survived. They're not crumbling or falling apart. I just want to compare the carbon fiber here. The carbon fiber on the 2010 is more. It's doled out over the age, so I can't say if it was as shiny as the 2021 pair. But the squares on the checkerboard are they're more square. These on the carbon fiber on the, let me flip and reverse them. The carbon fiber, if you look on the 2021 pair, they're more like circular or bubbled squares. They look like Scantron, like testing from high school. When you fill in that bubble, that's what it reminds me of. If you want to compare the grays, the darker gray on the 2010 pair, 2021 lighter gray. Pods and everything pretty much the same. Both of these are 9.5. Want to look at the midsole. Let's see. Midsole exactly the same. Got the little hump right behind the second pod. Let me see how the feel of it is. The feel's pretty much the same. Higher cut patent leather, lower cut patent versus lower cut patent leather. I really do. It's certain shoes that I like the higher cut and some that I like lower. Which I don't have the last breads that I do have the most recent breads, but I don't have the previous pair before that. On Space Jams, it's just my preference. I have the 09s, and I prefer the low-cut patent leather on my Space Jams. But we talking about cool grays. On these cool grays, which one do I prefer? I think I'll go with I think I prefer the low-cut patent leather on the cool gray 11s. Reason being, they release twice like this. I don't think Jordan played with the high cut patent leather when they originally came, when he played for the Wizards or anything like that. I'll have to double check that. But the Space Jams or the breads, he did play in a higher cut. I don't think he played with the higher cut on the not the Space Jam, on these cool grays. As far as the tongue, on the tongue, the inner tongue, Oh, I just noticed that's different. On the 2010 pair, they are black. It is a black quality basketball product inspired by the greatest player ever. Says the same thing. So it's really like an inverter. I didn't ever notice that. This cool gray on the 11 has the yellow Jumpman. So these remind me of the cool gray 4s. You could say. I'm not sure if this yellow Jumpman is on the original 2000, early 2000 pair. Uh, Someone could let me know in the comments if y'all found that out. These mesh lace loops look a little, they look wider on the newer shoe, but that's because they're not broken. You know, this isn't bent up to make it look like the suede isn't bent up to make it like crease that up and make it look worn, so it would look more deceiving. Like this, when you lace these up, that is squeezing in tighter, so it's appearing to get smaller as it rises up. So these being new, it's wide and stiff. It's not broken in yet. Threading pretty much the same. Oh, on the newer ones, it has two rows of 3. On the older ones, it's 4, 2 rows of 4. So if you want to legit check your old pair, you know, that's a way you can tell, but they're not. We were talking about the 2021, so we're not really doing legit pairs against the 21s and the 10s. 23 on the back, wider on the 21s, but the spacing, I call it the maze on the 23, the lines in between there are wider lengthwise on the 2010s. 2 lines of threading on each side. The padding behind hers feels pretty much the same. I felt this over earlier. I re-recorded this video. Of course, I was talking too long, so I want to shorten it up. But this here feels a lot thinner. I think that comes with wear. Also, the creasing here, that if you don't use a shoe tree or anything, this is what happens. But this is a 10-year-old shoe, 11-year-old shoe, so of course it's not gonna hold up forever. They do still have the gray insoles. I had a white Jumpman. This gone on the 2010 pair. Let me see, is it gone on both shoes? Yeah, I just have the little stickers in there of the sizing. Only thing, every Jumpman is facing the same way on every shoe except the right shoe, the left shoe on the 2021s. They have the Jumpman facing away from the 23. On the left one of the 2010, it is facing towards the 23. Every other shoe, the other shoes, both have it facing towards the laces. Now this is a lot sleeker, flat, neat, and all that, but I wouldn't have minded if they put the one with the booty on there. I just like that old school Jumpman on some of my classic shoes. But that also differentiates between the two, where this is the second release, so you want to have like a little distinction. I typically tend to, on some certain shoes, I like the low cut patent leather on the shoe. But this being shiny and new, these needing clean, and they're a little dull and old. It's no comparison. So I'm not complaining about that. The suede on the tongue is way better. It's way softer. It's way smoother. I don't know if I already said that. You can't see the gray showing at all. It's behind there. On the old one, it shows over the top if you look at it like so. Same white laces. These are a little older. Shoe trees. They use the cheap shoe trees. They cut us out on the hard, good shoe trees. The only thing I want to show you is something I didn't like about the 2021s before I go, because I'm getting back up there in time, is that if you look close, I can't really pick it up on camera, but this whole high cut patent leather, under these two stitch lines, it has a whole line all the way through, going all the way around on both shoes. It's not really a scratch, it's just a pattern. I don't know what it is. I did have a little scuff on the toe and some glue stains. I'm not tripping. I got these earlier. I'm not gonna let them go, but I want to show that. But yeah. So when I seen that, I went back and looked at my 2010s, and they also low key had the same little trace line. So I was thinking it was on her because it showed how high it was over the 2010 pair, but on the 2010 pair it has that low line. So if you have a 2010 pair, I would suggest you go back and look and see if you can find that anywhere on your shoe. It doesn't go all the way around 360 like they do on the 2021s, but it is there. All right, that about wraps it up. If you got the cool grades, congratulations. They on the shock drop. They also released a couple days ago on early access, and you still have another shot of these December 11th. Until next time, stay lace. Peace.